about our project right now. So our slogan is hire best with less. Now you will see why we are called this. Here's our team. Basically everybody's doing everything, but mainly our specialization is that I am mainly in charge for DevOps, little bit helping for the backend. June, you can see for the backend, mainly Young Liam for the full stack, and Vias for the front end, because that was mainly not also who is specializing and who also want to more learn in which part of the project. That's why we agreed as a team to come to this structure. So I guess we had some sad news this week, but we have other sad news for you as well. So one of them that's we saw that the mainly issue that number of applicants who is trying to get a job, and from number of positions, the ratio is high. Basically, 100 of people applying to one position, and basically basically it's 100 of people applying to one position and 100 of position open for one candidate. So because of globalization, all this stuff, that's where the ratio is quite high. But in ideal case, one applicant should apply and get one job. That's where you have to reduce all this time and resources coming up. So there are a lot of waste basically in this part, and especially for new graduates. And you can see some metrics that for when people spending for job searching, and some other sad news that how long does it take to get a job. You can see it's quite high news, and basically if you have to apply to jobs, you have to write direct applications and use some famous, you can see statistics over LinkedIn, Indeed, and some platform, which is really enormous in our case. So, and when we narrow down and come to college students, we have some interesting parts. As you can see, 67% of college graduates doesn't have job, because all of us are doing Capstone. It means most of us at this point of time doesn't have really job. That's the majority of the US schools. It may be different from the school to school, but that's average statistics. And 83% of college graduates that they think the career service doesn't help. That's normal, because in career service usually you have one or two people who are not specialized, but the university has so many like software engineering, marketing, all this stuff, that there is no really right person who you can talk and who can give you right advices. That's why they think that career service is not helping good enough. And 70% of career service directors didn't think their students get right skills. So basically it means industry, especially in Silicon Valley, is moving so fast that university can't catch up. It's hard for the university to catch up. And that's why you need to do some extra stuff from the student side, which is not the case sometimes, because what happens, the students so much busy with the school and work and stuff, they don't really take time to think what the job they are targeting to take and what the skills it requires to shorten the time for job application process. And because of visa, all this stuff, then on top of coming, it's becoming the process is really slow and hard to get in. And basically, the problem is that how fast or how quickly, within a short amount of time, we can get the right candidate, and with the less resources, basically. Less resources, less time, but the best candidate. That's the dream of the companies. And the competition, basically, there are so many players, but the problem is they're building, like LinkedIn, Glass, all these companies, they're really building generic solution which applies to all the countries, all the people, but they're not really focused on graduate students. And there is no really right platform, the intelligence brought into that specialized part. And that's why it's still the problem at this point of time, that the facts we shared with you. The similar product, that's one of the similar product, lever.co. It's used by the companies, but you see oversimplified dashboard. It's really not matching 21st century platform, but the companies are paying for it. That's reality. And they are using it for when they interview candidates. Can we do better? Of course we can. That's a competitive advantage. We think that what we need, we want to bring more visibility, more automation, more aggregation, all ease of use, and more important, how we can build all these key things for the companies and build something from ground. So the market adoption, because there are many players, right? The company is one of the players. We have university, which includes current students, alumni, kind of who already get into job, who is in the other side of the bridge, but how we can also build a platform where they can also to be mentor for the current student who is on the other side of the bridge. And the university career service, how they can be helpful, how they can work closely with faculty in order to be able to give them the right skills. So basically, that's all you see have to come together and work. The experience, that's not one only, if you fix here, these guys will be good. No, it's all data should come together to one place, and from there you can be able to, with all these players help, you can build something that make this process nice. So the solution was mentioned: increase hiring, less resources, less time. So that's main three factors. And the stakeholders, which already mentioned, that's for the companies. That's what, as a Capstone part, we are doing one part. Yeah, it's mainly for the companies part, where the customers are the companies, the end user, recruiters, employees, and you can see other part involved, all the stakeholders that we identified. And the smart pieces, which is main also part of the project. Obviously, we will not be able to add on as much as part of the Capstone, but we will try as much touch these pieces, how we can bring organization, how to bring more analytics, how aggregate the data, how to do resume press, all these smart pieces, how can help with the data we will be able to generate. So now we are just gonna talk about how we are doing as a team, as a Capstone team. So yeah.
Hi guys, this is Vyas. I'll be talking about like how we are doing. So this is a Gantt chart. This mainly talks about like how we are planning on a weekly basis and where we are at with our targets and how we are progressing in terms of development and other aspects. And coming to communications, we have been we have DevOps, front end, back end, full stack, and we are using Gantt chart for the project management. And coming to the software development approach, we are in Slack, by which we'll be communicating to the team to get any solutions quickly, and we are all doing in Google Cloud, where we are doing the deployments, and we have the source code repositories in GitHub, both front end and back end, and Slack is just, like I said just now, we mainly use channels to communicate within the team. We have something called Capstone, and we have other channels too, and we use Zoom for video meetings. So we meet every Thursday at 9 p.m. We have team meeting, and we should be recorded so that just in case someone misses that, so they can always go back and look at the recording. And these recordings are available on YouTube channel, which you can see at the bottom. And we are using other tools like online visual tracking for using for creating use case diagrams and for mockups. And in the development process flow, like we have seen in the previous thing, we have the stakeholders, and we come up with an execution plan, and we have pretty decent use cases, which are again further categorized in the milestones, which you'll be seeing in the upcoming slides. And we have the functional requirements, which we pretty much finished in the very first 2 weeks of the project. And of course, even with the non-functional. And we even started doing prototyping. And we, like I said, we meet every Thursday, and we will be part of that meetings as well. And we have a roadmap as well. So coming to the milestones, as of now we define like 3 milestones, which has like 4 to 5 use cases each milestone. And in milestone 1, we are pretty much done with three of the use cases, and we still have to work. And in milestone 2, I think we just started with one of the use case. I guess the use case 6, and this we haven't started yet. Yeah, but these are the 3 milestones we defined for this project. I think Sako will be talking about this.
Yeah, it's we included this as quickly overview architecture. We like where the Yonglin will show the demo. We have right now running in Google Cloud, and basically we have the front end. We are using the React, and for the backend Python, and we have Postgres as a database. Basically, where June will talk more about the backend side and quick demo. Basically, it's more like we will try before also running containers and running cluster, where we have more scalable solution where we can scale front end and back end separately. That's where we are using REST API. Basically, that's Istio and Kubernetes. That's, you may hear, that's clustering solution. Yeah, that's GitHub, as you can see, building the image, pushing to Docker Hub, and that's Istio. You have the monitoring and visibility and security on top of the stuff we are doing, and we will focus on only the functional delivery. Yeah, that's just include this in case you guys have any questions after taking it. So, sure.
Thank you. You talk about
Hi everyone. So the next section that I'm gonna talk about the like the front end UI screen of the product that we are building right now. So right now it's just a screenshot of wireframe that we have come up with, and we have different screens for different functionality, like we have defined in the use case in different milestones. So for this screen, it's for the positions inside the company. So in here, that you'll be able to see list all the positions that's currently open in the company, or which available in the future, or something like that. And also on the right side, that you'll be able to, the employer be able to create a position for the company. So the next screen would be the dashboard for the product. So Sako has shown you guys before, like a very simplified product that currently a lot of companies using, but right now we're trying to simplify that, and we have, as you can see, we have different columns, like to apply phone screen and on-site interview offers. So like it shows you different status of the applications. You'll be able to add the applicants into the system, then you'll be close to monitor the status and checking the progress of each of the candidates. So in here, that if you click on one of the card, it would be there will be a model dialog shows up and show you the details of these applications. It will show you the name, the positions, and what day that they apply for the job, and also will show you what kind of requirements that for this position, and also would show you they have different tabs on the side as well. It will show you the resume of the candidates, and also some kind of feedbacks for each round of the interview. So for phone interview, for on-site interview, like what kind of feedback that the HR or the interviewer have. Also some notes for the HR person. The next section, the next screen is for metrics. Metric is something that Sako talked about before. It's to provide a smart piece, like be able to provide some data analysis to the platform or within the company like how many applications comes in every month, and what are the top skills that the company is looking for, and something like that. And the next would be the applicants. It's just a table, just to show the list of applicants, candidates in a tabular format, to able to check, because we don't want to deal with, in the dashboard, we don't want to deal with the applicants that's been rejected or deleted, but there will be like some scenarios that we want to bring back the candidates to continue or something like that. So we would also provide option in here, just more operations on that. And here, the last is the profile to of the user. Do we want to do the backend or show the demo?
You can show the demo.
Okay, just online version.
Saku, time's up.
Because now you know it's in recording. It's not just what I'm saying. He already complained for a while, so that's why I said, is he a timekeeper? According to my clock, it's been 15 minutes or 16 minutes.
It's good.
Yeah, it's okay. It's on recording in practice,
Yes,
which is what
yes.
I mentioned once sometimes. Time it